While we're sitting here in a comfortable seat, breathing, go ahead and start to work on your Ujjayi breath, circulating your breath through the back of your mouth. You can think of it like breathing out of your mouth and trying to fog up a glass. Like, can you do that same motion with your mouth closed? Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. In honor of Pride Month, we're going to do a chakra meditation. So just close your eyes, and if they aren't already closed, and start to imagine a rainbow. While you're imagining all those colors, that beautiful light arc, think about your seat, your root chakra, your tailbone, supporting your spine at the very base of your body, at the very base of your spine. Think about that area filling up with the color of red. Maybe each inhale you fill up a little bit more. Exhaling, comforting, rooting down. Then on your next inhale, imagine your sacral area, your sacrum, your sacral chakra filling with the color orange. Then your solar plexus area filling with yellow. Moving up to your heart area, filling with the color green or the color pink, whichever you prefer. If you're following the rainbow, the color green. You just want to think hearts and loves, you can think pink. Each color represents the heart chakra. And then moving up to your throat chakra, blue. Imagine blue light filling your throat area. And then move on to a dark indigo light filling the area between your two eyebrows, filling up your third eye. And lastly, from the crown of your head, beautiful purple light filling the space above your head, filling up the area of the crown of your head. Maybe pulling you nice and tall, making your spine a little longer. And just breathing here, filling all the colors of the rainbow, fill your chakras. Maybe every time you inhale, you pull up on that spine, elongating your back, supporting yourself. And every exhale, you root down into your sit bones, feeling heavy in your root chakra. While you're here with a nice long spine, go ahead and check in with your body. See if there's anything screaming at you today. Maybe it's the kids next door. Maybe it's your mind. Maybe it's a sore, stuck spot, muscle or joint. Maybe just take a moment to observe whatever area that is, without judging it, without changing it. Just see what's trying to distract you in this moment. Let it pass. ready, you can gently open your eyes and we'll move onto our backs. Find a nice, comfortable pose laying on your back. We'll have both shoulders. I know you can't see me. I'm trying so hard. Okay. There we go. Both shoulders pushing down to the mat. Your spine is nice and long. Check in with your tailbone. See if there's a gap between the mat and the small of your back. If there is, go ahead and elongate that tailbone. Press that gap. Close. Your hands can be on the mat. They can be on your chest, whatever you prefer. Feet flat on the ground, and we'll just relax those knees in together. Check in and see if you're holding any tension anywhere. In your feet, in your shins, your glutes, the small of your back, maybe your jaw. See if you can release anywhere where you're holding tension. And just breathe here for a minute, rooting down into the mat. We'll start by bending our right leg into our chest. Pull the knee nice and close into your chest. We'll elongate that other leg out at a 45-degree angle. Check in with the small of your back. Make sure your back is still against. Make sure your back is still all the way against the mat. Right knee is hugging in. Left leg is extended out at a 45-degree angle. Pulling that belly button towards the spine. And just breathe here. And then on your next inhale, pull that leg up to a nice 90-degree angle. Continue to breathe, pulling that belly button towards the spine, relaxing those shoulders onto the mat. Flex that ankle so your foot is stomping on the ceiling. And on your next exhale, go ahead and release that leg down, hovering about an inch off the mat, or hitting the mat, whichever you prefer. And then inhaling your leg back up to that 90-degree angle. Exhaling your foot down. Inhaling back up. Linking movement to breath, and breath to movement. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. We'll do one more, inhaling up. Go ahead and hug that left leg into the chest. So release that right leg out on that 45-degree angle. Flex your foot nice and strong. Relax your shoulders down your back. Nice long spine. Relax anywhere you need to, anywhere you're holding tension. And just breathe. On your next inhale, you can pull that leg to a 90-degree angle, like you're stomping on the ceiling. Knee can be bent as much or as little as you like, whatever's most comfortable for you. Pull that belly button towards the spine, and just breathe here. On the next exhale, we'll lower that leg down, hover about an inch off the mat, and inhale back up. Exhale down. Inhaling up. The full movement takes up the full breath. Inhaling up. Two more times. Exhaling down. Nice strong ankle, flexing the foot. Inhaling up. One more. Exhaling down. And inhaling back up. Go ahead and hug both knees into your chest. Give yourself a little low back massage. Rock back and forth. And then when you're ready, you can go ahead and extend both legs up to a 90-degree angle. Knees can be bent as much as you want. You can pull onto your thighs and help your legs as much as you want. Flex those ankles. You can make it look like your feet are standing on the ceiling. And just breathe here. Pull that belly button towards your spine. And your hands can help your legs if you'd like. Mine certainly want to. And just release them down towards the mat. You can rest both legs on the mat if you want. And inhale the legs back up. You can grab your palms to the mat for stability, or you can grab onto the outer edges of it. Just pull that belly button towards the spine. Next breath to movement. And each exhale, lower both legs down to the mat, either hovering right above or hitting you down. Two more. Exhaling here. Inhaling up. One more. Exhaling down. Go ahead and hold on to the back of your thighs again. You can pull your legs in as much as you want. Bend your knees down. Continue to fold those thighs. Pull your legs nice and close to your chest. And exhale, release your legs, release your arms. Windshield wiper your legs back and forth to release your low back. And then we'll take that left foot, place it on the mat, right ankle to left knee. Bring that left leg into the air, nice right angle in your knee. You can thread your arms through to the back of the left thigh, pulling thigh towards your chest. If you're good here, stay. If not, you can take this right elbow to your right knee and press out on your right knee as you're pulling in on your left thigh. It's a nice little hip opener, warming up for pigeon later. If you're not happy here, you can always try to lean back and forth and see if you can find any more stuck spots. Any place that maybe needs an extra little bit of stretching. Release any tension where you're holding it in. Go ahead and release your hands, release your feet back to the mat. Right foot on the mat, left ankle to right knee. Right leg up in the air, nice right angle with the mat. Thread your hands through, grab the back of your thigh, and pull that right thigh towards you. If you're happy here, stay. If not, you can always take that left elbow and push out on your left knee. And if you're still not happy here, you can lean to one side or the other, seeing if you can find some place where your muscle could use a little extra love, a little extra stretching. Check in with the rest of your body. Are you holding tension anywhere? Maybe your jaw, maybe your glutes. Release. Maybe your shoulder. Go ahead and release your arms, release your legs. Both your feet back to the mat. Give yourself a nice little windshield wiper back and forth. We'll come back to a seated pose. Comfortable seat anywhere on your mat. Nice, long, tall spine. Imagine that thread pulling up on the center of your head. Pressing your sit bones down into the mat. If your ribs stuck out like mine did, go ahead and tuck them back in. Hands can be up, palms up, or palms down. We're gonna move our arms in a minute, so whatever's most comfortable for you. And just breathe here for a second. Starting with a twist, we'll go ahead and take our arms out to a T, and then twist to the right, placing your right hand at the mat behind you. Left hand on your right knee. Inhale here, nice long spine, and exhale, see if you can twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, long spine, twist. Inhale, nice and tall, and exhale, twist. On your next inhale, you can come to a nice little counter twist to the other side. And then we'll come back to center. Arms to a T again. This time we'll stretch to the other side, placing that left arm behind you. Right arm comes to your left knee. Inhaling, nice long spine. Exhale, twist to the back. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, twist. One more time. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, twisting to the back. On your next inhale, you can do a nice little counter twist to the other side. And we'll exhale back to center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, stretch to the right, right hand on mat. Both sit bones press into. Both sit bones press into the mat. Reaching your left arm over top. You can shine your chest towards the ceiling if you'd like. Make sure you're stretching from your side. And on your next inhale, come to center. Exhale, place that left hand onto the mat. Reach that right arm over top. Shine that chest towards the ceiling if you'd like. Reaching from your side muscles, all those intercostals. Pressing both hips even, both sit bones down into the ground. We'll inhale, arms back up to center. Exhale, release your arms down. Inhale, right arm up. Bend that elbow. Reach your right hand down your back. Left hand up, pressing on that elbow. Press it back and down. Breathe here. If your ribs popped out, go ahead and pop them back into place. Pull that belly button towards the spine. Check in here, see if there's any place you're holding tension, any interesting places where you can release and let go. If you're happy here, stay. If not, you can go ahead and release that left arm down, go into the bind, and grab your right arm behind your back. Or your t-shirt, whatever you can reach is fine. My hands do not reach on this side for sure. Again, if you're like me and you're trying to poke your ribs out, poke them back, pull that belly button towards the spine. Release your bottom arm, release your top arm. Then we'll inhale that right arm up. Bend the elbow. Or sorry, this is left arm up. Bend the elbow, right hand comes to your left elbow, pressing it back and down. And breathing here. Checking in with your body if you're holding any tension anywhere, maybe your jaw. Tuck those ribs back in. Pull that belly button towards the spine. Just breathe here. If you're interested, you can release your arm and go into your bind, reaching for that left arm from behind. Grabbing onto your hand, grabbing onto your t-shirt, whatever you can reach. Your ribs pop out like mine always do. Bring them on back down. Pull that belly button towards the spine. Release any tension in your glutes, in your jaw, knees, ankles, shoulders. And just breathe here. Release that lower hand, release your upper arm, release both hands down. You can give them a little shake if you want. I'm gonna take a drink. Then we'll come into a tabletop pose on your mat. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. We'll start here with our cat-cow. Inhaling, shining that chest forward, dropping your udder down. Exhaling, rounding the spine, pulling the belly button towards the back body. Releasing any tension here. Releasing your tailbone down. Releasing any tension in your neck. You shake your head yes, you can nod your head. Inhaling, shining that chest forward, arching that spine, dropping those udders down. Exhaling, rounding the back into cat, releasing the spine, releasing your neck, releasing the tailbone, pulling the belly button in. Inhaling for cow. Exhaling for cat. Inhaling for cow. Exhaling for cat. Keep doing these movements at your own pace, waking up that spine. You can always press into the mat in each cat pose, kind of press that mat away from you in preparation for plank or downward facing dog. Inhaling cow, exhaling cat. Begin to introduce movements in your spine, S and C curves. You can come forward to a chaturanga, you can come back to child's pose. Again, just wake up the spine. And when you've had enough of that, we'll just the left arm in the air for a nice twist. Inhaling here, pressing that right arm into the mat. And you can exhale, thread that left arm underneath, outside of the left shoulder onto the mat. Walk your right hand out in front if you need. Just breathe here into the outer edge of your shoulder. Check in with your hips. See if you can maybe make them more square. Go ahead and walk that hand back, press yourself back out into that twist. Release your arm down. And lift that right arm into the air for a twist, pressing down into your left hand, stretching that arm nice and long. On your next exhale, you can thread your arm underneath, putting that outside of your right shoulder onto the mat. You can walk your left hand out in front of you if you'd like. Just breathe into the outside of your shoulder. You can walk that left hand back, release your right arm back up into that twist. Nice long stretch. Bring both hands to the mat. For tabletop, sorry. Press your palms of your hands into the mat, tuck those back toes underneath, and press your legs into downward facing dog. Feet can be as wide or as narrow as you want. Tuck my t-shirt in. Go ahead and start by walking out through your ankles, through your hips. Anything you need to do to feel the stretch in the back of your legs. When you've had enough of that and you're ready to settle, press the balls of your feet into the mat. Inhale up onto the toes and exhale, pulling down your heels. Heels don't have to reach the mat, they just have to reach toward the mat. Inhaling here, pressing into your hands and exhaling. On your next inhale, we'll roll forward to plank. Nice, strong plank here, one breath. Inhale, nice, strong. Exhale, push back into downward facing dog. One more time, we'll inhale to plank. And just breathe in plank as much as you can. Feel strong, feel like you're pressing the mat away with your hands. And on your next exhale, come into downward facing dog. We'll do that one more time. Rolling forward on your toes, coming into plank pose. Pull that belly button towards the spine. Nice, strong arms. Exhale, press back into downward facing dog. From here, lift your right leg into the air, three-legged dog. Push the camera back so you can see me. Just go ahead and open those hips up. You can bend that knee, pull the heel towards your bum. Just in anticipation of a quad stretch. And then you know what to do. From here, if you would like, completely optional, you can exhale, pulling that knee towards your elbow for a three-legged plank. Inhale back to three-legged dog. Elongate that leg, point your toe if you'd like. And then we'll exhale, bend the knee, pull the knee towards the elbow. Inhale back, three-legged dog, nice long back leg. Point your toe if you'd like. And then exhale, take all the air out of your body. Bring that knee towards your elbow. And inhale back, three-legged dog. Place that foot back down. We'll come into three-legged dog, lifting the left leg in the air. Pull that heel towards your bum, open your hip up. Breathe here. And on your next exhale, we'll bring that knee towards your elbow. Inhaling three-legged dog, nice long back leg, point your toe. Exhale, pull that knee towards the elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. And one more time, exhale, elbow to knee. Inhaling long three-legged dog. Place your foot back to the mat and walk your hand towards your feet or your feet towards your hand. So you're in a forward fold. It can be at the front or the back of your mat, whatever you prefer. But just relax here in your forward fold. Your knees can be as bent or as straight as you'd like. If you're reaching your hands down, you can probably put two fist widths between the balls of your feet. Check in with the back of your neck. Make sure you're not holding any tension there. You could always interlace your fingers or just place them on the back of your head. The pressure enough without pulling should be good for the stretch. Option here to grab opposite elbows and sway back and forth, releasing any tension in your legs and your hips. If your arms are crossed with the elbows, go ahead and reverse the crossing. Weird arm on top. And just let the weight of your forearms pull you down to the mat. Go ahead and release your hands down. Palms on your shins. Inhale for a nice long flat back. Breathe here. Couple rounds of breath on your own pace. when you're ready, you can exhale, folding all the way forward again. Option here to interlace your hands behind your back. Second option, take your 2-piece fingers around your big toes. And on an exhale, bend those knees, pulling the top of your body towards your left. Release your arms wherever you are. Bring our hands to shins. Inhale for a nice long flat back. Exhale, fold forward. And inhale, roll up to stand, vertebrae by vertebrae. Releasing your neck at the top of the mat. Shake out any tension you have in your muscles. We'll start with sun salutation. Go ahead and inhale those arms up above your head. Exhale, we'll stretch to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, stretch to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands on shins, nice long flat back. Exhale, fold forward, plant your hands. We'll take our right leg back behind us. So we're in a low lunge. You know I love a low lunge. From here, check in with your low lunge. Make sure you're nice and strong in your stance. And if you lifted your hands off the mat, you can still be nice and strong in your stance. Maybe you want to practice with a pre-lizard. Put both hands inside that front foot. Maybe walk the foot out to the edge of the mat for a minute. Nice preview. Come back into your low lunge, whatever you're doing. You can release that back knee down, release your foot. Top of the foot is on the mat. And we'll inhale up for an Anjaneyasana. You can gaze at your thumbs here where you breathe. Pull that belly button towards the spine. We'll exhale, hands down to frame your foot again. Tuck those back toes under, lift that back knee up. And then we'll take the same hand as like back, right hand, press that hand into the mat. We'll lift that left arm into the air for a nice twist. Exhale, hand back down to mat to frame your feet. Take that front left foot, kick it back to meet the back leg. Plank pose. Pressing that mat away from you. Lower your knees, chest and chin. Coming into a low cobra. And exhaling back into a downward facing dog. Breathe here in downward facing dog. Adjust your stance any way you need to. On your next inhale, bring that left leg up in between your hands. Bring that nice low lunge we were in before. And then from here, if you'd like, you can rock on that back foot again. That back foot, that back ankle. Give yourself some energy, give yourself some momentum, and pull that back foot up to meet the front. Forward fold. Hands on shins, inhaling, nice long flat back. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling, hands above head. Exhale, hands through heart center. Mountain pose. Excellent. All right. Other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, we'll stretch to the right side. Hi, Kira. If you'd like an extra challenge here, make sure you're pulling that belly button towards the spine and pretend like you're holding a big beach ball. Inhale that big beach ball up above your head. And then exhale, stretch to the other side, keeping that belly button towards the spine. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold forward. Let that neck drop down. Inhale, hands on shins, nice long flat back. Exhale, plant your hands into the opposite leg, left leg behind you. So you're in that nice low lunge. Again, check in with your low lunge. Make sure that you can pull your hands off the mat if you need to. If you want to walk that foot out to the edge of the mat and bring both hands in center your body for the little lizard preview. And when you're ready, go ahead and frame your foot again. Drop that back knee down to the mat. Release your feet and inhale your hands above your head. You can get your thumbs here for Anjaneyasana. Breathe in here. Exhale your hands down to frame your feet again. Tucking those back toes under, lift that back knee off the ground. Take the left hand to the mat and the right leg up, or right hand up in the air. For a nice gentle twist. Bring that hand down to frame your feet. Kick that front leg back to meet the back leg. Plank pose. Lower your knees, chest and chin for a low cobra. Exhaling back into downward facing dog. And breathe in downward facing dog. Make any adjustments to your stance you need to. See if there's any place you're holding tension you can let go. And when you're ready, we lift that right leg into the air. Bring your feet between your hands, help it at your knees. Nice low lunge again on this side. And then you can rock on that back leg. Build up energy and momentum. And kick yourself forward. Both legs together, forward fold at the front of the mat. Hands on shins, nice long flat back. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhale, roll up to stand, vertebrae by vertebrae, pulling your hands above your head. Exhale, hands through heart center, and release. All right. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. All right, shake it out while I fix my hair. I don't know if anybody saw, but there's a stray cat back here that is wandering around. All right. Mountain pose, pressing those feet into the mat. Nice strong legs. Inhale your arms above your head. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands on shins, nice long flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Plant your hands, right leg kicks back behind you. You're in a low lunge here. From here, we'll rotate that back leg down. So it's at a 45-degree angle. We have our warrior two stance, nice strong legs. Go ahead and cartwheel your arms up. You're in a warrior two. Your left foot in front. Nice strong arms here out to the sides, pulling in each direction. Pulling that belly button towards the spine again. See if you can put a nice right angle as much as you can in the front of your leg. And breathe here. Pressing into the outer edges of both feet. From here, we'll take that front palm, flip it up to the sky, Lean forward, scoop some air up, and come back into reverse warrior. Your knee came up a little, go ahead and bend it down again. Make sure you're not dumping any weight in that back arm. You can lift it off your body if needed. From here, we'll go ahead and go back into warrior two arms. Give that front leg a rest. Lean forward again, pulling that front arm as far as you can, and drop it down for triangle pose. Big, nice, wide arms in triangle. Elongated and stretching through both sides of your body. Nice, strong stance. Just breathe here. Do something a little different this time. Go ahead and bring both hands to the mat and walk them towards the center so you're in a wide-legged forward fold. Adjust your feet any way you need to. You can rest your hands just on the mat right in front of you if you feel like maybe this is not quite stretching you enough. You can always walk your fingertips behind. Knees can be bent as much or as little as you want. And make sure you release any tension in your neck here. And just breathe. Walk those fingers forward a little bit. And come into a nice long flat back spine in the front. You can be up on your fingertips like I am, or on the flats of your hands, whatever you prefer. Sorry. Like this. Just nice long flat back like we do when after a forward fold. And then when you're ready, walk those hands over to your right leg. And we'll bend that right knee to warrior two legs, probably towards the back of the mat. At this time, windmill those arms up. So you're in a warrior two on the other side. That work for anyone? Front knee, nice right angle here. Nice strong arms pulling in both directions. Pressing on the outer edges of both feet. Breathe here. Pull that belly button towards the spine. Flip that top palm to the sky. Reach forward and pull back for reverse warrior. Make sure you're not dumping your weight into your back arm. It can come off your leg if you need. And just breathe here, elongating the side body. From here, go ahead and come back into warrior two arms. Give that front leg a rest. Then we'll lean all the way forward again, and this time fall down into triangle pose. Nice long arms in triangle, elongating both sides of the body. Releasing any tension that's unnecessary. When you're ready, you can windmill both arms onto the mat. Walk back into our wide-legged forward fold. Adjust your feet as needed. And from here, we'll go ahead and heel to toe our feet in a little bit closer. We'll just drop our bums for a quick squat. Anywhere you are, anywhere that's most comfortable for you, just come into a squat. Kind of the opposite of the wide-legged forward fold. And when you're ready, you can release those arms back to the mat. Press your bum up in the air. So you're in kind of a not so wide forward fold here. Go ahead and heel toe those feet in together so you're just in a forward fold on the side of your mat. And from here, we'll inhale, hands on shins, nice long flat back. Exhale, fold forward. And then inhale, roll up, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way up. So you're in a standing pose. And then shake it out. Beautiful. Bye, kitty. All right, balancing poses. We'll do 3 today. So, starting with tree, my favorite. Go ahead and wake up the bottom of your feet any way you want. You know I like slapping them. Stomp a bunch on the ground, whatever you need to do. Starting with that right leg, press it into the mat. Nice, strong, all 4 corners of the feet. Pressing into the mat, take that left leg, either kickstand at the ankle, press it against the calf, or press that heel into your thigh. Your arms can be at your waist, they can be at heart center, they can be waving in the breeze, whatever you prefer. And just breathe here and balance. If you're having trouble balancing, you can always pick a point in front of you that doesn't move to concentrate on. And of course, if you fall out of it, just come back in. And you can release your hands, release your foot from your leg, rotate that knee forward. Go ahead and straighten out that leg as much as possible. Lift it a little higher in the air, maybe an inch higher, maybe an inch higher, and just let it go. Shake out both legs. We'll come into tree on the other side. Pressing that left foot down to the mat so all 4 corners of the feet are supported. You can kickstand that heel to ankle. You can press the bottom of the foot against the calf, or you can press that heel into your thigh. Each sides of our body are different. Clearly, this is my balancing side. Hands can be on your hips at heart center, or your hands can be moving like breeze, like branches in the breeze. If you're having trouble balancing, you can always pick up a still point ahead of you to stare at and concentrate on. Just breathe here. At any time you fall out of the pose, you can get back in, no worries. When you're ready, you can release your hands, release your foot from your leg, rotate that knee out to the front, elongate your leg as much as possible, lift it a little higher in the air, maybe a little higher, maybe a little higher, and let it go. Shake out those legs. All right, next we're gonna come into, we'll do, I'll give you many options. If you're interested, you can come into half lotus. We'll go ahead and root that right leg down into the mat again. If you'd like to grab through your ankle, you can always put your foot in that hip crease and release the knee down for half lotus. If you're good here, stay. If not, reach for that ankle again. Same hand as leg. See if you can put a yogi toe lock around that big toe with your 2-piece fingers. And from here, if you're good, stay. If not, see if you can elongate that leg out. Woo! Straighten your leg as much as possible. You can bring the leg out front, out to the side, wherever you like. This is just about balance and strengthening that standing leg. When you've decided you've had quite enough of that, go ahead and release your legs. Give yourself a little shake. Oh, press that left foot into the mat, rooting down in that leg nice and strong. Bending that right foot, grabbing your ankle. Again, if you wanted to go into half lotus, you could place that foot in your hip crease here, lowering that knee down. If you want to stay here, that's fine. If not, reach for that yogi toe lock with your same hand as foot. Nice grip around the big toe and extend that knee out, elongating your leg as much as possible. Again, this is about balance, pulling that belly button towards the spine, nice, strong, rooted leg. You fall out of it, just come back in. And when you've had enough of that, release your leg, release your hand from your foot, shake out your legs. We're going to do a variation on eagle pose. So we'll take our arms out to a T, starting with the left arm underneath, right arm underneath. We'll cross at the elbow, forearms, palms together. And then instead of curling into a ball, see if you can take whatever arm's on top, so say the left arm's on top, left leg, nice and sturdy into the mat. Take that right leg, go ahead and cross it over your left as much as possible, and see if you can just stay here, balancing on one leg, wrapping that leg around if you need to. Pulling that belly button towards your spine. And then from here, trying to balance, see if you can pull those elbows towards you. When you've had enough of that, release your legs. Keep your arms in eagle wrap. See if you can elongate your shoulders down, lift those ears up, and pull the elbows towards you. Just a couple breaths here. Opening those shoulders. Go ahead and release your hands, release your arms, give yourself a little shake. We'll elongate that left arm underneath your right, wrapping at the elbows, forearms, and palms together, or back of the hands, whatever you can do. From here, see if you can take opposite leg goes up, your right leg pressing that nice and firmly into the ground. Take the left leg wrapping over top. See if maybe instead of wrapping into a ball, we can pull that belly button towards the spine and just balance on one foot here. Shoulders pulling down, ears pulling up, elbows towards me. Continue to breathe. When you're ready, you can release your legs, keep your arms as they are. Again, pulling those shoulders down, pulling those ears away from them, pulling those elbows towards me. And breathing into your open shoulders. When you're ready, you can release your arms, release your legs, give yourself a nice little shake, a glass of water. All right, we'll come into Tadasana, mountain pose. Pressing both feet into the mat, inhaling those arms up above your head, Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands on shins, nice long flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Plant your hands, send your right leg back behind you so you're in a low lunge with the left leg in front. You can drop that right leg down, do a quick Anjaneyasana. Inhale your arms above your head. Exhale your hands down, put those back toes under so you're in a low lunge again. This time we'll take the left leg back to the right, plank pose. Option here to press right back into downward facing dog, or to take one of your last two chaturangas of the night, going into knees, chest and chin, inhaling into a low cobra, and then pressing back into downward facing dog. From here, we'll take that right leg up into the air for a three-legged dog. Exhale the knee towards the elbow and drop the foot on the outside of the palm. So we're in lizard pose with our right leg in front. From here, if you're good, you can stay. If not, you can always drop that back knee down, release your feet, and breathe into those quad muscles. If you'd like to go and do a little bit deeper, you can come down to your forearms. If you want to. And then wherever your hands are, come back to your palms. Tuck those back toes under. Lift that back leg. And we'll come into three-legged dog again. Extending that right leg back behind you. Bend your knee, and this time bring your shin in front of you for pigeon. Parallel to the front of your mat. Extend that back leg nice and long behind you. Come up on your fingertips if you'd like. And then exhale, rounding down. Forehead to mat, or your hands, or a block, whatever you're most comfortable with. And just breathe into that outer hip here. When you've had enough of that, you can go ahead and walk yourself back up to king pigeon. Place your hands on the mat. We'll push ourselves back into a tabletop pose. Just give yourself a little shake in the hip. You can come down to a child's pose and give yourself a nice stretch out, nice little counter to what position you were in a minute ago. And we'll come back into our tabletop pose, tuck those toes under, and come back into downward facing dog. This time we'll lift that left leg in the air, bend your knee, and come into plank, bringing that foot onto the outer edge of your hands. Lizard pose on the left side here. Option to stay like this, or you can always drop that back knee, release your tuck toes, and come into lizard this way, stretching that quad. If this is not deep enough for you, you can always come to your forearms if you would like. I'm going to stay on my hands today. And just breathe here. come up onto your palms wherever you are. Tuck those back toes under, lift that knee. And bring this left leg back to meet the right. So downward facing dog. From here you have the option, From here you have the option to roll forward to plank, lower your knees, chest and chin, and come into a low cobra. Exhaling back into downward facing dog. Lifting that left leg in the air again for three-legged dog. This time, nice long leg. Exhale, bend that knee. Bring your shin forward, parallel to the front of the mat. Nice back leg, nice and long and straight. Reaching towards the back. And come up on your fingertips if you'd like and roll forward. Placing your forehead on the mat or your hands or a block, whatever's most comfortable. And just breathing here into pigeon. Opening those outer thighs, outer hips. Make sure your front foot is flexed. That will protect your knee. You've had enough of that. You can walk your hands back, lift yourself up into king pigeon, come back into a tabletop pose, and we'll push back into a wide-legged child's pose, pushing those knees apart as much as possible, as much as is comfortable for you. Just release your hips and give them a little wiggle if you'd like. And come back up into your tabletop, knees underneath hips. Tuck those toes under, press yourself back into downward facing dog. Lifting that left leg up in the air, bringing it between your hands. Releasing that right knee onto the mat, lifting the arms up in the air for Anjaneyasana. Exhaling, hands down to frame your foot. Tuck those back toes under, lift that back knee off the ground. Kick forward to bring both your feet towards the front of your mat. Relax into a forward fold. And inhale, vertebrae by vertebrae, until you're standing at the front of your mat. All right. Go into our last few poses. So go ahead and, you know what, just come down to the bottom of your, just come down to your mat. Lay on your back. Laying on your back, on your mat, go ahead and pretend like there's a string on the top of your head, pulling your spine nice and long. Elongate that tailbone to eliminate any gap between your low back and the mat. Feet flat on the mat here, relax those knees in. And then windshield wiper your legs back and forth. Try to release all those low back muscles, all those outer hip muscles. When you're ready, go ahead and hug both knees into your chest. Give yourself another little roll back and forth to massage that low back. Release your legs down. Heels should be just close enough to the back of your body so that you can graze your heels with your fingertips. And we'll come into bridges. You can imagine you have a block between your knees for stability and you're squishing on it. And when you're ready, we can inhale your hips and chest towards your chin. You can wiggle your shoulders and arms underneath you, interlace your hands behind you, and really press into those feet. Giving yourself a nice, strong back bend. Just breathe here. Check in with yourself, see if there's any place you can release tension where you don't need to have any. When you're ready, you can release your hands from underneath you, roll your spine back down, and we'll do 2 more like that. Inhaling that spine up, lifting the hips into the air, wiggling those shoulders beneath you. Go ahead and interlace your hands behind you with a weird thumb on top. Pretending you have that lock in between your knees, pressing into the bottom of your feet, into the mat. And just breathe here. Release your hands, release your arms, roll your spine down to the mat. And we'll do 1 more, pressing the feet into the mat, rolling the spine up, hips lift into the air, chest pulls towards chin. You can wiggle those shoulders underneath you. You can interlace your hands any way you'd like. Release any tension you're holding that's unnecessary. Maybe your jaw, maybe your glutes. And when you're ready, release your hands, release your back. You can windshield wiper out your knees back and forth. And inhale those legs into your chest again. And exhale, drop your legs to one side for a twist. Your both shoulders should be on the ground, one hip. Your hands can be out to a T, cartoon cactus, holding down your knees, whatever you prefer. Just a nice relaxing twist. And on your next inhale, you can roll back to center and exhale your legs to the opposite side. When you're ready, you can bring both knees into your chest. You can grab at your ankles for a happy baby. If you'd like, while you're in happy baby, you can always do a yogi toe lock and bring one leg out at a time like you did when you were standing, extending one knee. Maybe you can get a little bit more height or a little bit more stretch with that other leg bent really high. And if you did it to one side, make sure you extend the other leg out on the other side. You can bring both your feet in and get ready to relax back into Shavasana. Make yourself as comfortable as possible. You have a few minutes if you'd like to get anything else in, like a wheel or an inversion, you're more than welcome to. But I'm getting bit and you guys need a rest. While you're relaxing, see if you can think about the meditation earlier and see if you can see that bright rainbow again. And maybe each color of the rainbow can fill up a different section of your body. Begin to bring your awareness back to your breath. Introduce small movements in your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, you can roll onto one side using your arm as a pillow. Just stay there for one breath. When you're ready, using that same quiet quality of movement, you can come up to a comfortable seat. We'll close with one Om. You can join me if you like, or just listen, whatever you're most comfortable with. Inhale for Om. Om. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Namaste.